Ever opened Premiere Pro and got lost? Don't worry, in this video I'll walk you through the workspace so you will feel at home editing in no time. Are you ready? Let's jump right into it. I am using Premiere Pro 2024 and I will just click on new project. Clicking on new project, the project name, let me call the name tutorial. So we have some footages here that you can actually bring into your project just for the sake of this tutorial. They are readily available for you if you install Premiere Pro 2024, 2025. They are readily available for you to practice with. Let me just import some of them. And so just select them and click on create. Click on create. All right. So can you see? We clicked on create and it has already created them in a sequence for us, sequence 01, and we have all the files here. Let me play. So the files do not have sound, unfortunately, but these are the files. Okay, so like I said in the previous video, this is our timeline. This is our preview layer where you can see whatever you are editing, or wherever your timeline is pointing to, you can see it on your screen. Then we have the tools here. We have the select forward tool. If you want to select everything from this side, you can use plus or minus on your keyboard to enlarge your timeline, just like CapCut. We have the razor tool where you can cut anything you want to cut. We have the ripple edit tool. We have the slip tool. We have the pen tool. This is often used for speed duration of a video. We have the rectangle tool where you can always draw a rectangular box on your screen. Maybe you want to build something or you want to illustrate something and you just need the shape. Then we also have a text tool where you can type anything and type on your screen. But the basic tools we use in Premiere Pro, we use this track select forward, this razor blade, this pen tool, then text tool. So that is our focus for the purpose of this tutorial. All right, so we also, let me explain this particular layer. This layer, we have the project part where you can import your project by just double clicking on that space. When you double click, you can import your film or any of your footage, and you can import multiple media. You can also import your sound. You can import any sound. I don't have music on this particular, but you can import your sound. Okay, this is one music. You can import your sound. Okay, so this is for the project layer, and the name of the project is tutorial. We have essential graphics panel, whatever we are doing here that concerns graphics or text appears here. It appears here. It appears here. All right. We also have media browser. Media browser. Well, you can navigate through to see your files, but Project does it better. We have libraries and we have effects. This is where we add our transitions, our audio effects, our video effects. We will talk more about them in a jiffy. All right, like I told you, everything has a control. Everything in our layer can be controlled by just going to effect control. So whatever we are working with can be controlled. Whatever we are working with can be controlled here. And we need to select it so that we can control it effectively here. All right. We have our source here. For example, if I double click on this, this is our source, but this is our preview. You can see what is there is different from what is there because I am dealing with this particular video. So it is appearing here. But let's assume I am dealing with this particular video. I will just double click and it will appear here. All right. We also have lumetri scopes. This lumetri scopes tells us how the color grading of our footage is. By the time we start color grading, we will see how this lumetri scope behaves. And one thing about this lumetri scopes is that by the time we are color grading, this graph must not exceed 0 and must not exceed 100. So we must be checkmating it. If it exceeds this 100 and 0 line, then the color grading is not making sense. All right, so we also have the audio clip mixer where we control our audio if we have any, but I don't think we have any audio. Yeah, let me try to bring an audio in. So we have an audio here. And can you see the audio is in audio 3 and it can be controlled. We can control the loudness of the audio. We can also control, we can mute it. Can you see it is muted already? Can put it as solo. Then we can also keyframe it. All right. I am just taking you through the workspace of Adobe Premiere Pro. Also, this is the spot. We have been on the edit. We have been on the edit workspace, but this is the export workspace. And what we do majorly here is that we export our videos. We are still going into that. We also have the import where you can import your videos. If I select import media here, I will just have to navigate through and import whatsoever is in my file and import it into my project. Can you see? But if you import anything here, it will just create it as a sequence. Now, what do we mean by sequence? What do we mean by sequence? Sequence is like new timelines that you can use for your different projects. For example, I am editing project A here. I can also be editing project B here. But how do we create this sequence manually? You can create sequence from your clips. I can create a sequence from this clip by just right clicking and clicking on new sequence from clip. Then this is another sequence, and this particular sequence can be used for another project. All right, so let me talk about these icons. Make sure that these two are always on when you're editing, because if this V1 and A1, that means video and audio, are not on, then the timeline might be glitching. So make sure they are always on. And the reason why these ones are on also is because we have some clips in the timeline. We can decide to lock this timeline so that whatever we are doing on the timeline, this particular timeline is not affected by it. So we lock timelines, we unlock timelines, just like CapCut. Can try it out. Then I can close this video if I don't want to see it, or I don't want it to appear in my export. I can mute the sound, and I can unmute it. I can also record. One more thing, let me teach you how to extract audio from your video. Just like CapCut, just have to right click, then click on link. So the audio for this particular video has been unlinked. So this is the audio and this is the video. But we discover that there is no audio here, and that is because it wasn't really recorded. If we play it, let me mute this and play, you can see that there's no audio playing. So I am selecting them differently because I can now move this to anywhere I want. I have unlinked them. It wasn't unlinked before. I can also link them back by just highlighting everything and right clicking, then clicking on link. Now it is linked. If I want to move them, I will have to move the two. All right. So what else do we have to know? These layers can be adjusted depending on what you are doing and how visible you want your timeline to look like. Can adjust it. You can see there's something hidden here. I can just click on this and adjust it. Okay, what is here? These are my colors, lumetri colors hiding here, and this is basically used for color grading. If we want to color grade our footages, we are still going there. All right, let us look at the shortkeys. The shortkeys, if we want to cut our videos, we just hit on C button and we hit on V button if you want to deselect it. Cut, and I want to drop the razor blade, I'll just hit on V button. All right. If there's anything you are looking for and you can't find it in this layer, you can just go to Window and make sure that it is on. Just make sure that it is on. There's anything you are looking for example, program. Okay, let me say learn is not on. For example, you are a new video editor and you want to make sure that you are learning. You can learn from this particular place. Can input any, when you are connected to the internet, search anything and you'll be able to learn. So whatever that is not in your, on your workspace can actually be found here. All right. So in the next video, we'll be talking about the effect control and the effect here. The effect control and the effect here. Thank you so much.